Hello everybody, how are you all? Let me know in the chat box if I'm properly visible and audible to all of you so that we can start our today's session of lesson 2 revision. Hi Shristi, hi Anand, hi Priya, hi Yulaksh, hi Amulya, Keshav, Prajwal, hi Gayatri. Hello everybody. If I am properly visible and audible, quickly give me an audio and video test in the chat box, everyone. All those who are watching online, please quickly give me an audio and video check if I am properly visible and audible to all of you. A very good afternoon to you, Prajwal. Yes. Hello, everybody. Please share the link of the lecture with all your friends. And yes, we will be revising lesson number 2, that is secondary market in India today. Hi, Aditya. Yes. How are you all, guys? How are you all? Aditya, are you a Yeshas student or not? You are attending my lecture for the first time. Hi Surbhi, hi Chinmay, hi. Yes, okay, I'm properly visible and audible. That's great to hear. I hope you have gone through lesson number 1 once through the notes again, and you are pretty much confident about that particular lesson. So, guys, today's video is going to be short and crisp, where we'll be revising all the topics and how to write those topics in examination. So this revision lecture is going to be properly exam oriented. Like, this is all you need for your exam. Amulya is saying audio and video check. Okay. Hi Vinay. Hello. Yes. Okay, you are a Yeshas student. Okay. Great. Okay. So we are good to start with our lesson number 2. And in lesson number 2, if you will see, the first topic is your something is wrong. Okay, a particular point is missing here. Okay. Today we'll be doing our lesson number 2, that is secondary market in India. Lesson 2 we'll be doing secondary market in India. Are we all ready? Are we all ready to start secondary market in India revision? Lesson number 2. Guys, once again, you already know, but those who are joining today for the first time, I want to tell you that this revision is going to be exam oriented. Number 1. Number 2, we'll be revising from the short notes. The short notes are prepared from your ICSI material and from the study material. So you can completely rely on this. And if one day before the exam, you go through this short notes, these are enough for your one day before examination revisions. Okay? Okay. Yes, everyone. So lesson number 2, everybody along with me. Before we start this revision, I want you all to type start in the chat box. I want you all to type start in the chat box. Quickly just type start. I want to see start from you all in the chat box so that we start with our today's session of revision. Yes? I want you all to type start in the chat box. I want you all to type start in the chat box. Yes, start. Everybody type start in the chat box. Amulya, Sinchana, Priya, Prajwal. Okay, everybody's ready. Rakshita. Great. So, guys, in this chapter, we have to study about what is stock exchange, what is the role of stock exchange, what are the trading platforms in India, and about index, Sensex, Nifty, and some basic topics. So this is an easy chapter, and most of the topics of lesson 2 are repeated. So that also we will see. Everybody is saying start. Payal, yes, everyone. Amulya 1, Amulya 2. Okay, both the Amulyas are ready. Great. So lesson number 2, first topic is stock exchange. So what is stock exchange? Stock exchange is a marketplace to buy and sell security, to buy or sell securities. First topic. If question comes, what is stock exchange? Very fuddu, easy question. So if question come, what is stock exchange? It is a place to buy and sell security. So basically, earlier it used to happen online, now it happens, earlier it used to happen offline, now it happens online also. So in this stock exchange, imagine as a vegetable market, same, There you will find all the sellers and all the buyers who want to buy and sell vegetables. Same way, what is stock exchange? Now, in order to do trading in India, we do trading using stock exchange. So it is a place where you can buy and sell security. You can write particular this sentence in the examination about what is stock exchange. So in short, we can say it provides liquidity to investor. Now, what do you mean by liquidity? Liquidity means you can easily sell your shares or debentures through stock exchange. So, stock exchange provides liquidity. Liquidity means a place where you can easily sell your shares. You can easily find buyers if you want to sell any shares. So, it provides liquidity to the investors. That's all about stock exchange. The next topic is your role of stock exchange. The next topic is your role of stock exchange. Okay, everybody, very easy topic, very easy. We'll be doing with all the enthusiasm. Everyone along with me will be doing this particular topic of role of stock exchange. Everyone along with me. What is the role of stock exchange means? What does stock exchange do? What is their function? How do they help us? What is the purpose of Bombay Stock Exchange, National Stock Exchange? The memory technique is PS, stay calm. PS, stay calm. So from P, there are 2 points. It determines the price of security on the basis of demand and supply. We already know stock exchange helps you to determine price, like the share price which goes up and down. So it determines the price. Next, it protects investors by controlling the company. So they keep a control over all the companies to protect the public investors, to protect the investors. So this is your P. Next is your S. S say there is ensure safety of capital. Make sure that there is proper safety. So make sure that company does all the compliance and their money is safe. Secondly, health ensures healthy speculation. Speculation means, acha, this is not satta wala speculation. No, not that. Healthy speculation. Healthy speculation means I can do study of a particular stock, let's say Asian Paints. I can do study of Asian Paints and I can see whether Asian Paints is will go up or it will go down. I will do analysis on the basis of proper technical and fundamental analysis. This is known as healthy speculation. So this is S. Okay. S done, calm. C for exercise control over the companies. All the listed companies who are listed in stock exchange, they are controlled by stock exchange. So let's say Asian Paints is listed in Bombay Stock Exchange. So Bombay Stock Exchange controls Asian Paints. Next is A, calm. A for act as an economic barometer and act as a continuous market. Continuous market means it doesn't, it's like it opens every day. It is a continuous market which keeps on going. It will never close down. Continuous market, any time when the market is open you can buy or you can sell. Next is act as an economic barometer. Economic barometer means you can see whether our country is growing on the basis of market. If market is growing, if stock exchange, if market is growing, then we can say our country is growing. So it acts as an economic barometer. Next, L for ensures liquidity. We already know liquidity means you can easily sell your shares or debentures or security through stock market. And last is M for mobilized savings. Mobilized saving we have already done yesterday. Mobilized saving means if I have some savings, then I can put it in the stock market through stock exchange. I can invest it. So mobilized saving, very easy to remember. Let's try to learn role of stock exchange. PS, stay calm. Okay, very easy, 5 marks. Role of stock exchange. PS, stay calm. P for determine price of security, protect investors. Okay, S for PS, S for ensure healthy speculation. Stay ka S again, S for ensure safety. Calm, C for exercise control over company. A for act as economic barometer, act as continuous market. L for ensures liquidity and M for mobilize savings. Easy. Even if you are able to remember at least 5 to 6, that's also enough. Okay, so you can choose whatever is your favorite points. PS, stay calm. Role of stock exchange. Okay, what does stock exchange do? Provides liquidity, mobilize saving, act as a continuous market, act as an economic barometer, ensure safety, ensure healthy speculation, exercise control over company, protect investors and determine price of the securities. Are we good with it? Are we good with it? Are we good to move towards our next topic? Yes, everyone. Are we ready? Role of stock exchange, very easy to do. Just stare at this particular topic. And are we good to move towards next topic? Quickly drop next in the chat box. If you are good with roll of stock exchange, drop next in the chat box. Drop next in the chat box. Yes, everyone. Drop next in the chat box. Are we good with roll of stock exchange? Drop next in the chat box. Next, so that we can do the next topic. Drop next in the chat box. Next. Yes, everyone, next. Okay, great. The next topic is your trading mechanism. Trading mechanism. As we all know, you can trade in securities in electronic mode, which is known as demat mode. So instead of having a physical shares or debentures or security, you can keep it in your demat account in electronic mode, just like you keep your digital cash with bank. Okay, I can keep either physical money with me, or I can keep that money in the bank account. Same way, you can keep either physical security, or you can keep it in the electronic mode with the depository, that is NSDL or CDSL. Now, today we'll be doing, next topic is your trading mechanism. Trading mechanism में simple points are, if today I buy any share, when will I get the delivery? It's like online Amazon order. If you I purchased a dress from Amazon, so I placed an order today. They tell you expected delivery date, madam, delivery after 7 days. So there I placed order today, but I will get my delivery after 7 days. But in stock exchange, since everything happens electronically, so trading, you get the delivery within 1 day. So what is the settlement cycle, guys? The settlement cycle is T plus 1 day. T plus 1 day means next day delivery. Next day delivery matlab next day settlement. Next day means, here T means transaction day. So let's say today on 3rd I placed purchase order. When will I get my demat shares? Tomorrow, that is on 4th. Are we clear with this? T is equals to transaction day. If today I will do the transaction, plus 1 day, next day I will get the settlement. And who does this settlement? There is a body called CC. Remember, guys, remember, pyar se we call it CC. CC. Yes, Nanna Prithya CC. So there is a body called CC. They do the payment and settlement thing. So all the settlement is done by CC on the next day. To calculate this, holidays are excluded. So if there is Saturday, Sunday, or any public holiday, in that case, for calculating this T plus 1 day, holidays will be excluded. So let's say tomorrow is a Sunday, then delivery will be settled by Monday. So Sunday will be excluded. Last point, guys, as you all know, earlier there was T plus 2 days settlement. Earlier they used to take 2 days to deliver, 2 days to settle. Now, since we are in advancement, technological advancement, now we are taking only 1 day. So currently we are in T plus 1 day settlement cycle, but in near future we are going to see T plus 0 day, matlab same day delivery. You can see in many apps, online apps, you get same day delivery. Flipkart has started now 30 minutes delivery. Matlab now you place order, same day you will get the delivery. So this stock exchange have also started T plus 0 day settlement, which is known as same day settlement. Same day settlement, but it is not fully introduced. Only a trial version is introduced. Trial version, we are just trying this on some stocks. Okay, it is not fully applicable. Currently the system is T plus 1 day. We are testing this T plus 0 day. In future, T plus 0 day will come for all the stocks, but it is just trial. The trial of T plus 0 day is going on. Only the beta version is released, and currently T plus 0 day settlement is applicable only on some stocks, only on some selected shares. Okay, and only with some limited broker and non-custodian client. Non-custodian client means who don't keep their shares through custodian, who maintain their shares, their securities themselves. So basically, T plus 0 day settlement is introduced, but on a trial version, beta version, only for some stocks, 25 stocks as of now. In near future, within a year or two, it might be possible that we, we introduce T plus 0 day settlement for all the stocks. Are we clear with this? Yes. Now, trading happens online through electronic platform, just like Amazon say. Do you go to Amazon store and place order? No, it's an online platform, mobile app or software. Online, you go to Amazon website or app and then you place the order. Same way, you have to go through your broker app like Zerodha, Grow, or whatever. So it is an electronic platform through which you can do the trading. Okay, so trading means if you want to buy and sell the shares, you do through electronic platform, and it happens in demat form. Demat form means online you make the payment, and online you get the delivery of the shares in your electronic account, in your demat account. You don't get any physical shares, you will get electronic. Just like you maintain electronic money in your bank account, same way you maintain demat shares in your demat account. I hope this trading mechanism is clear to you, everyone. Trading mechanism, once again, simple. It is done in electronic platform through demat account. Currently settlement is done within T+1 day, excluding holiday. For only 25 stocks, trial version of T+0 day settlement is introduced. I forgot to write here day, T+0 day. That's it, guys. That's it. Now, coming towards benefit of trading in demat form. Now, this you can write on the basis of your common sense. Common sense. Why common sense means? You tell me, if instead of physical trading, I will do electronic trading, what are the benefits? Save time, save energy, more accurate. People from anywhere can trade anytime when the market is open. So these are the benefits. So what are simple advantages of trading in demat form instead of physical form? So if instead of physical form, you will trade in demat form, what are the advantages? It will be more fast and accurate. Fast and accurate matchmaking based on price, time, priority. How does matching is done? Guys, if I am selling my shares through stock exchange, I don't know who is the buyer. I will simply place sell order. Let's say this is me. I will place sell order, and this is another person. They will place buy order. And if we place the order at the same time, at the same price, then our trade will be executed. But I don't know who's the buyer, and buyer don't know who's the seller. This is done through a mediator called stock exchange. So here trades are matched. Matched matlab matchmaking. Matchmaking matlab buyer and seller. How trades are matched? On the basis of price, time, priority. Means if we both place order, I place purchase order, he place sell order at the same price, at the same time, then our trade will be get executed. Next, it reduces time, cost and efforts. No fraud. Physical mein scam 1992, physical shares was full of fraud and scams. So if it is done electronically, there will be saving of time, saving of cost, no error, no fraud. You can trade from anywhere. Sitting here in Chhattisgarh at my home, I can trade with some Raju from UP. Okay, next, full anonymity. Anonymity means I don't know who's the buyer, he don't know who's the seller. Next, perfect audit trail. Audit trail means there is a record of each and everything. All the electronic trades are recorded for dispute resolution, so that if there is any dispute between parties, we have the record, we have the proof of evidence, we have the record. Every transaction that is done through stock exchange is recorded. Recorded means they have audit trail. Audit trail means they have record, they have proof. Are we clear with this? Very easy benefits of trading in demat form. Are we clear with this? If we are clear with this topic of trading mechanism and benefit of trading in demat form, type clear in the chat box. Type clear in the chat box. Yes, I want everybody, all the people who are watching now, right now, I want them to type clear in the chat box if this is clear to you. Yes, everybody, I want you to type clear in the chat box. Yes, Priya, Prajwal, Aditya, Chinmay, Gayatri, Amulya, 1, Amulya, 2, Rakshita, Keshav, Surbhi, Pranjal, everybody is clear. Okay. Now, one small topic is your What do you mean by listed security and what do you mean by permitted security? Very easy, very easy. Just stare at this. You can take the screenshot also, but anyway, I'll be sending PDF, or if you want, you can take the screenshot also right now. What do you mean by listed security or permitted security? See, let's say we are we are listing a new company, Aether Energy. Okay, so now Aether Energy is listing its equity shares. So we are listing equity shares. So one small point. Okay, so let's say we are a company called, is this visible? No, this color is not visible. Is this visible? Yes. So let's say we are a company called Aether Energy. Now we want to list our equity shares on Bombay Stock Exchange as well as National Stock Exchange. We want to list our equity shares on BSE also, NSE also. Now, don't you think listing process is very long? We have already studied. So, why to go through the same process two times? With BSE also, with NSE also. What we can do listing agreement with BSE. We will follow all the listing process and then we will get listed in BSE. So BSE will officially enter into listing agreement with company called Aether Energy. Okay, and it will officially list the equity share of Aether Energy. Are we clear with this? So that is known as listed security. Listed security means the company signs listing agreement with the stock exchange. Let's say Aether Energy signs listing agreement with Bombay Stock Exchange and they are officially listed on the stock exchange. So this equity shares of Aether Energy will be officially listed in Bombay Stock Exchange. But what do you mean by permitted security? Now Aether Energy will be like, why to go through the same process again with NSE? So we will just apply to NSE and we will say, NSE, we are already listed in Bombay Stock Exchange. Why to go through the same listing process? Please permit our equity shares to be traded in NSE also. And NSE will say, okay, you are complying with all the requirement now. And since you are already listed in Bombay Stock Exchange, NSE will say, since you are already listed in Bombay Stock Exchange, I will allow your equity shares to be traded in NSE also. That is known as permitted security. So permitted security means listing agreement is not signed. So Aether Energy will not sign listing agreement with National Stock Exchange, but it is not listed on National Stock Exchange, but only National Stock Exchange allows their trading because they are already listed in another stock exchange. Are we clear with listed security and permitted security? So in this particular case, equity shares of Aether Energy are listed security for Bombay Stock Exchange and they are permitted security for National Stock Exchange. Are we clear with this? Yes. Are we clear with this? Are we? If we are clear with this topic, type clear in the chat box so that we can move towards next topic. Type clear in the chat box so that we can move towards next topic. With this, we are done with this topic of trading mechanism and what do you mean by listing securities and permitted securities. Okay, type clear in the chat box if we are clear with this topic. Everybody type clear in the chat box. Ma'am, upload all the notes in Google Drive. Surely I will do. Yes. Type clear in the chat box. Well, yes, I am also uploading all the notes in my Telegram group. So you can search in Telegram @ CS Executive IAC. In that Telegram group, you can find all the notes. Ma'am, can you? So listed security means when you are listed in stock exchange. So when you enter in proper listing agreement with Bombay Stock Exchange, we entered into listing agreement. So it's a listed security. But with National Stock Exchange, we are not listed there. We did not enter into listing agreement, but still National Stock Exchange allowed our equity shares to be traded. That is permitted security. Yes, Gayatri, I hope this is clear now. Everybody moving towards the next topic. And the next topic is very interesting. And that topic is right entitlement. Everybody, right entitlement. It's just like right issue. Those who have already attended module 1, they know right issue. They have studied right issue. So now we are going to do right entitlement. What do you mean by right entitlement? It is basically means right offer. So it's like I am being biased to my family members. Just because you are my family, before offering the cake that I made to outsider, I will offer that cake to you. I made a cake. Before offering my cake to outsiders, I will offer that cake first to my family members because they are my family members. So right entitlement means right offer. Right offer means whenever we come up with a public offer, before making offer to outsiders, first we will give offer to our existing equity shareholders. Do you want shares? Do you want shares? So we are making offer to our existing shareholders, giving them right to purchase more shares in the company at a discounted price. So what do you mean by right offer? Simply right offer means Simply, right offer means we are giving a right. It is the right given to the existing shareholder. Those who are already existing shareholder, we are giving them, do you want more cake? Do you want more cake? So we are giving them right. Do you want to buy more shares, new shares of the company at a discounted price? Others ko we are offering at 500 rupees per share. But since you are our special, we are offering you at 400 rupees per share at a special discounted price before outsiders can. So right entitlements, it's like a right offer. It is a right offer where we give right to our existing shareholder that they can buy more shares in the company at a discounted price. And usually that right offer is made in the ratio 1:2. For example, if you are already holding 2 shares, you have right to buy one more share. You have right to buy one more share. It is in ratio. For example, 1:2 means if you are already holding 2 shares, you have right to buy one more share. Which means, let's say if Priya is holding 10 shares of the company, then she has right to buy 5 more shares of the company. Next, ma'am, right entitlements. You know this right, RE means right entitlements. This right that I got, let's say I am the existing shareholder of Lenskart. Now I got right offer. That right offer, either I can exercise, or if I don't want to exercise, I can renounce it to someone else, means I can sell it to someone else. I'll give you an example. Let's say I got right to buy, uh, I have already, right offer was made in the ratio 1:2. I already had 500 shares of the company. So now I got right to buy 250 more shares of the company at a discounted price. At a discounted price. Okay. So I got right to purchase 250 more shares of the company at a discounted price. Let's say if I don't want to buy this 250 shares, even if it is available in discount, even if it is available at discounted price, if I don't want to buy this, I can sell this right to someone else. And that is why, even this right entitlements are traded on stock exchange, just like equity share. Just like equity share is traded in stock exchange, same way even this right are traded in stock exchange. You can purchase and sell these rights in demat form. And just like every security have a unique number which is known as ISIN, just like equity shares have ISIN, debentures have ISIN, same way even this right entitlement have a separate ISIN. What is ISIN? Unique number given to every security. And lastly, it is valid only till the offer period. Let's say I got offer only for 3 days. I got offer only for 3 days. Offer is open only for 3 days. If I want to exercise this right, I have only 3 days. After 3 days, offer will expire. Offer is open only for 3 days. So it will be valid. The right entitlement will be valid only for 3 days. After 3 days, offer will go away. Offer will expire. Are we clear with this? Yes, madam. Now, if you'll come here, what are the options available to equity shareholders if right is given to you? Let's say I have right to purchase 250 shares of the company at a discounted price. What I can do? Just imagine. This is common sense. What I can do? So if you'll see here, oops. Okay. So what I can do is either I can apply for all the shares. I will exercise all my right. Yes, company, I want 250 shares. So either I can apply for all shares, or let's say I don't want to buy all the shares, but I want only 100 shares. So I can apply only for a part. Are we clear with this? I can apply only for a part. Next, I can apply for all the shares plus request additional shares. Let's say I want 300 shares. So first I will apply for all my rights. I have right to purchase 250 shares. So first I will apply for all my shares, plus I can request for additional share. I can request to company one more piece of cake. I'm very foodie, one more piece of cake. So you can apply to company for even additional shares. Okay. Next one is you can apply for the part and renounce the rest. What you can do, let's say I have right to purchase 250 shares of the company. Out of 250, I want to buy only 100 shares. I want to buy only 100 shares. So what I can do, the remaining 150 shares, I can renounce. I can renounce. Renounce means I give the right to someone else. I'm selling this right to someone else that, okay, you can purchase this 150 shares. So I can apply for only a part, and rest I can renounce in the favor of someone else. And lastly, renounce all RE. If I don't want to purchase even a single share, what I can do? I can renounce all. All 250 I can sell to someone else. All RE to purchase 250 shares, I can renounce to someone else. Are we clear with this? What are the 5 options available to the equity shareholders to whom right is given? Very easy to understand. Once again, either I can purchase all shares, or I can purchase all shares and request extra, or I can purchase only some part of that rights, or I can purchase some part and other part give to someone else, and lastly all give to someone else. Renounce all RE. Are we clear with options available to equity shareholder? Acha, what if equity shareholder neither subscribed nor renounced? I have right to purchase equity shares, but I did not purchase, I did not exercise the right myself, and I did not renounce that right to someone else. I did not give that right to someone else. Matlab, I did nothing. I was just sleeping like a Kumbhakaran. So neither I subscribed nor gave that right to someone else. Then automatically the rights will expire. It's like you have a, imagine I have a coupon to buy 2 movie tickets. Either I can use that coupon myself to buy 2 movie tickets, or I can use one coupon to buy 1 movie ticket for me and give another coupon to Radhika. Okay. And or what I can do, I can give both, I can sell both the coupon to Radhika. Or if I did nothing, neither I use the coupon myself nor I gave the coupon to Radhika or anybody else, then automatically that coupon have an expiry date. After that, coupon will automatically expire. Are we clear with this? Everybody, options available to equity shareholders. Now, since you have already done this, we already know renunciation means. What do you mean by renunciation? Renounce. What do you mean by renouncing or renunciation? Renunciation means giving your right to someone else. I have 2 coupons to buy movie tickets. I don't want to go and watch movie. Now, however, let's say Pranjal wants to go and buy movie ticket, so I can give those, I can sell those 2 coupons to Pranjal. I'm selling my coupon to you. That is known as renunciation. Renunciation means giving your right to someone else. Giving your rights by selling them to someone else. That is known as renunciation. Now, renunciation is 2 types: on market and off market. Very easy. On market means when you just trade them through stock exchange. You place the sell order in stock exchange automatically finds the buyer, and your trade will be executed. So you sell your rights through stock exchange via your broker. Just like you sell shares in the stock exchange, same way you can sell your rights on the stock exchange. This is on market renunciation. What do you mean by off market renunciation? Off market means, let's say I personally know Radhika and Radhika wants to buy this rights. So I don't need to go and place market through stock exchange. Other than stock exchange, privately I can sell it to Radhika through my DP. I will ask my DP, transfer these rights from my Demat account to Radhika's Demat account. That's it. So it's like a private transfer where I transfer my rights to someone personally. So that is off market transaction. Off market means directly transferring your rights to a specific person through your DP, not via stock exchange. Not via stock exchange means not through stock exchange. It's a kind of private transfer. With this, we are done with your topic of right entitlements, and I'll quickly repeat this once again. Everybody, right entitle, it's like a right offer where you give right to your existing shareholders to purchase new shares of the company at a discounted price. Okay, and these right entitlements are traded on stock exchange. They are in your demat form and they have a separate ISIN. Are we clear with this? Okay, now what options is available when right offer is given to you? When right offer is given to you, either you can buy all the rights, you can use all the rights, or you can buy all the shares and request for extra, or you can buy only a part of it, or you can buy only a part of it and remaining you can renounce, and lastly you can renounce all. If you don't do anything, it will automatically expire. Acha, if you want to renounce it, you have two options. Either you can sell it through stock market or you can privately sell it to someone you know. That's it. Acha, one small point is given here. Ma'am, what if, वैसे तो this is practically not possible now because every companies except for small companies are required to have their shares in demat form. So here one point is given कि if you are a physical shareholders means right now you don't have demat shares, your shares are in physical form, then how you can get your right offer? Right offer will be given only and only in demat form. So in that case, if you are a physical shareholder, you have to give your demat account details to the stock exchange in order to receive RE. Otherwise, you will not get right offer. So if you want right offer, then you have to give your demat account details at least 2 days before the offer closes. At least 2 days before offer closes, so that they will transfer rights to your demat account 1 day before the offer closes. Okay, this is applicable only if you are holding shares in physical form. If you are holding shares in demat form, then this pacheda will not be there. This will be there only if you are holding shares in physical form. Then you have to give your demat account details at least 2 days before offer closes, which will be credited to your demat account at least 1 day before the offer closes. That's all. Acha, if how does company gives right offer? By issuing a document called LU. Remember, pyar se I call it LU. LU means letter of offer. Just like when company makes IPO, we have to issue prospectus, a document called prospectus. Same way, whenever a company makes right offer, we have to issue this document called letter of offer. And with this, we are done with all the points of right entitlement. Please type Arth Aita in the chat box. Arth Aita. Type Aitu in the chat box if it is clear. Arth Aita, guys. Arth Aita about what is happening. Yes. If the right entitlement topic is clear to you, type Aitu in the chat box. Arth Aita, guys. Arth Aita. Type Aitu in the chat box if this is clear to you. Yes, everybody. If this is clear to you, type Aitu in the chat box so that we can start next topic. We can start next topic, guys. Type I2 in the chat box. Okay. So, moving towards the next topic, that is trading platforms in India. As we all know, we know stock exchange, BSE, NSE, Bombay Stock Exchange, and National Stock Exchange. They have 4 sections of trading platform. Just like when you go to a clothing store, let's say Reliance Trend, they have 4 sections: men's wear, kids wear, women's wear, and some phalana wear. Now, trading platforms in India, all the stock exchange have these 4 categories, these 4 trading platform, these 4 sections One is your main board, one is your SME board, one is your IGP, another is your SME. IGP, SME is covered in ICDR chapter, so we will cover this with ICDR chapter. In this topic, we will be covering with your main board and SME. So just like BSE and NSE, they are the two recognized stock exchange in India. They both have main board also, and they both have SME platform also. So what is the SME platform of BSE known as? The SME platform of BSE. Oops. What is wrong? Arey Jana. I'm so technology noob, okay, guys. So, okay, coming back to this topic, what is the SME platform of BSE known as? The SME platform of BSE is known as BSE SME, and what is the SME platform of NSE known as? SME platform of NSE is known as NSE Emerge. NSE Emerge. Okay. Now coming to the main board, guys. If you talk about the main board, in the main board, if you want to get listed, so if you want to get listed, let's say physics wala PW, it's a competitor, so I should not take its name, but since it's listed, so okay, let's take it. So what is main board? Main board, if you want to list in the main board, just imagine ki this is adult wear and this is kids wear. Okay, so if you are below 18, then if you want to buy your clothes, it will be available in this kids platform, and men's and women's wear. If you are above 18, then you will get your clothing in the main board section. So if you have minimum 10 crore ka paid up capital, then we will say you are a big company. If you have minimum how much? 10 crore. It's not small, it's huge. Okay, if you have minimum 10 crore paid up capital, you can list in the main board. But if your paid up capital is less than 10 crore, then you cannot list in main board. We will say you are a chikkadu company, you are a small or medium company, then you can list in this SME platform. So what is main board and SME? This is for big companies and this is for small companies. If you are a big company with a minimum paid up capital of 10 crore, then you can list in main board. Otherwise, you have to list in, if you are a small company with less than 10 crore paid up capital, then you can list in SME platform. Are we clear with this? Okay. Now, everybody. Okay. Yes, derivatives is discussed along with practical video, Keshav. So derivatives alag se we will do with the practical session. ठीक है? Yes. No. All the topics are covered. Some of the topics are also covered in another lesson. Derivatives, we will do separately because it's a practical question. Okay, mainly derivatives, a practical question will come majorly. Okay. Now, yes, Amulya. Okay. Now coming back to the main board. Main board, mein what are we saying? Main board, you must be eligible and you must fulfill all the requirements prerequisite before getting listed in the main board. And what steps are needed basically for getting listed in the main board? You need to get your draft prospectus approved, you need to submit a listing application, and then you need to do your IPO registration. So basically this process we have studied in more detail in lesson number 3 also, but here just a summary is given that if you want to get listed in Bombay Stock Exchange or National Stock Exchange, what is the listing process? It's in very detail. They have just summarized here that first you have to prepare a draft prospectus. You need to get your prospectus approved by the stock exchange. You need to submit a listing application and you need to do the IPO registration, and also you need to fulfill all the requirements, all the conditions, prerequisite. Now, only for listing of NCD. NCD means non-convertible debentures. So if you want to make an IPO of not equity shares, if you want to make IPO of non-convertible debentures, then you need to follow a particular law which is known as SEBI issue and listing of non-convertible security regulation 2021. Guys, we have a whole lesson on this. issue and listing of NCD. We have a whole lesson on this. Okay, so basically if you are making IP of NCD, it will be covered by these regulations. So for this we have a whole lesson, we have a separate lesson on this, and these are listed on the separate segment of stock exchange. So stock exchange have a separate segment called capital market segment. There they are listed, and they are assigned a separate symbol, a proper symbol, a separate symbol for their identification is given to them. So this is some points regarding main board. Acha, this is some general point regarding listing in SME. Now if you'll come here guys, these are general points. This four are general points. You may just go through it and you can write this in your own words. Here the point is given, why SME platform, why we came up with SME platform. So benefits of SME platform are given, like they help small companies from unorganized sector to enter organized market. Those bechari chikkadu companies, small companies who have less than 10 crore paid up, so what option is available to them? So we provide them platform to get listed through SME platform. Next is we provide entrepreneurs and investor friendly listing environment. So it's, you know, entrepreneur friendly, investor friendly, so that it will be easy for them to get listed. It helps emerging business. Emerging business means startups, new companies to raise capital, and they provide opportunity, they give investors opportunity to invest in startups. So when small companies are listed in SME platform, even investors get opportunity to invest in startups. So these are some basic benefit of SME platform, that chickadu companies can get listed in SME platform, and even investors can invest in this chickadu companies and startups. Are we clear with this? So these are some like basic benefits of SME platform. If I have to summarize, the big companies can get listed in the main board by making IPO, and the small companies, SME companies, startup companies, they can get listed in SME platform. Now, coming to the topic, there is a difference between NSE emerge and main board given. Now, the SME platform of NSE, there are two SME platforms in India, एक BSE का, एक SME NSE का. Bombay Stock Exchange has SME known as BSE SME, and National Stock Exchange has SME known as NSE Emerge. NSE Emerge. There are two SME exchange in India. We are talking about NSE Emerge. So if you'll compare NSE Emerge and main board matlab where big companies get listed. Now, if you want to get listed in the main board, you need to be a company under incorporated under Companies Act. You need to be a company under Companies Act. You need to be incorporated under Companies Act, meaning any other body cannot get listed in stock exchange. You need to be a company. Next is post issue paid up capital. If you want to get listed in main board, you should have minimum 10 crore paid up capital, otherwise you are not eligible to get listed on the main board. Now if you want to get listed in SME, then your post issue paid up capital should be less than equal to 25 crore, meaning you have to prove that you are chikkadu. And what is the threshold for you, ceiling limit for you? The ceiling limit for you is 25 crore. If your post issue paid up capital is less than 25 crore, then only we will say that you are chikkadu. If it is more than 25 crore, then you are not chikkadu, then you cannot get listed in SME platform. Are we clear with this? Next is, if how many allottees should be there? Minimum allottees should be there 50. In case of SME, see, it's a small and medium exchange now. So here less number of people are the investors, and each investors invest at least 1 lakh. Are you understanding? Minimum how many allottees should be there? 50. Not much, not thousands, not lakhs of people. Only 50 ka requirement is there, because it's a small company now. Small company gets listed in SME exchange. It's difficult to find more investors. So how many investors should be there? If there are minimum 50 investors, it's fine. If there are minimum 50 investors, it's fine. And in case of main board, there should be minimum 1000 investors. Usually in main board now there are lakhs of investors. So what is the minimum requirement? Minimum 1000 investor is there. Now Per investor, per lot, what should be the application size? The per lot ka application size should be minimum 1 lakh in SME and minimum 10 to 15,000 in main board. So in main board, if you will see, per lot ka application size is around 10 to 15,000, and which is more in SME because less number of people are there. So per person has to invest more. So your lot size will be at least 1 lakh. Next is in when you prepare DRHP. DRHP means draft red herring prospectus. Simply understand this as a prospectus. So when you prepare prospectus, if you are a SME, then it is approved by stock exchange. But if you are in a main board, then it should be approved by SEBI. So your prospectus will be approved by stock exchange if you are getting listed in SME platform, and your prospectus will be approved by SEBI if you are getting listed on the main board. Next is underwriting. Underwriting is compulsory in SME exchange, not compulsory in main board. So in main board now, underwriting is not compulsory, but usually companies do underwriting. So why? Because in main board now there is a requirement of minimum subscription 90%. Minimum subscription means at least 90% should be subscribed, otherwise offer will fail. So underwriting SME में तो compulsory है ना, it's a small company, we should make sure that it gets successful, it should not fail. So here 100% underwriting is compulsory, and at least 50% should be underwritten by your own merchant banker. A company makes IPO through merchant banker. Are you understanding? We need merchant bankers for making IPO. So your merchant banker should underwrite at least 15%. Are we clear with this? Overall, it should be total 100% underwritten, and at least 15% should be underwritten by merchant bankers. But in main board, underwriting is not mandatory, but there is a requirement of minimum subscription 90%. Are we clear with this? Now, market making. Market making means it is mandatory in case of SME, but it is not mandatory in case of main board. Why? Because when a big company gets listed in main board, we don't need to worry about it. Why? Because anyway it will be publicly traded, so we don't need to create an artificial demand. Are you understanding? But in case of SME, it's a small chickadoo company which is getting listed in SME exchange. So sometimes we need market maker. Market maker means they are SEBI registered, they place buy order and sell order, to fluctuate, to influence the price, to create the demand and supply. So that is mandatory in case of if you are getting listed in SME platform, then market making is mandatory. And the last point, post issue requirement, post issue reporting requirement. Guys, after your issue, if you are getting listed, if you are listed in SME exchange, then half yearly you have to give report to stock exchange. Half yearly means twice a year. And if you are getting listed in main board, then you have to do quarterly reporting requirement. These are some of the difference between SME, that is NSE emerge, and main board. So basically, if you will see quickly, if we will revise what is the difference between what is the difference between NSE emerge and main board. So if you see here the minimum capital should be 10 crore, and in SME the maximum capital should be 25 crore. Here minimum 1000 allotee should be there, here minimum 50 allotee should be there. Here application size should be 10,000 to 15,000, and here application size should be 1 lakh. Okay, here prospectus is approved by stock exchange, and in main board prospectus is approved by SEBI. In SME, underwriting is compulsory. In main board, underwriting is not compulsory. In SME, market making is compulsory. In main board, market making is not compulsory. In SME, you have to report half yearly, but in main board, you have to report quarterly. I hope we are clear with this topic. Please let me know if we are clear with this particular topic of main board and SME. Are we clear with this trading platforms in India, that is main board and SME? Yes, main board and SME. Are we clear with this topic of main board and SME? Everybody? Yes. Drop yes ma'am in the chat box if we are clear till now. Drop yes ma'am in the chat box. Drop yes, ma'am, in the chat box if we are clear till now. Drop yes, ma'am, in the chat box. Yes, everybody. Yes. Why, ma'am? Why ma'am? Shouldn't the application size in the main board be more than SME? No, application size here means per lot ka application size, because here less number of people are there, so less number of people are there, so per person they will invest more. So that's the logic basically here. Here more people are there now, so lot size now usually na retail shareholders apply for one lot, two lot, not more than that. So that's why in main board lots of people are there na, thousands and lakhs of people invest. So per lot ka application size is 10,000 to 15,000 because more people are there, and here application size is more because less people are there. Are we clear with this? Yes, Keshav, is your doubt clear? Keshav, is everyone clear with the trading platform in India? If yes, now we will be doing about BSc SME. BSc SME, guys. So just like we talked about, there are two SME platforms in India. SME means small and medium exchange. There are two SME platform in India, one of BSc and one of NSC. We have studied about NSC ka SME. Okay. So we have studied about NSC ka SME. Now we have to do about BSc ka SME. Are we clear with this? So there are two SME platform in India, one of BSc and one of NSC. So the one NSC SME we have already done. Now we are yet to do with BSc SME. Now if you'll come to BSc SME, everybody. Are we ready? Are we ready to do BSc SME? Are we ready to do? Everyone? Yes, I can see a lot of yes, ma'am, in the chat box. Keshav, Anand, Pranjal, yes, Sumit, Rakshita, Pradyumna, Priya, Sumit, Amulya. Yes, okay. Yes, great. Okay. Now, coming to the requirement of getting listed in BSc SME. If you are a chickadoo company, if you are a small and medium company and you want to get listed in BSc SME platform, then you need to comply with these requirements. First requirement, you have to get incorporated under Companies Act, means you have to form a company under Companies Act. Secondly, your paid up capital should be less than equal to 25 crore. What does it mean? It means that you should be chickadoo company. Chickadoo company means your ceiling limit is 25 crore. Your paid up capital should be less than 25 crore. Then only you will be eligible to get listed in SME platform. Okay, you have to prove that you are a chickadoo. Next, your net worth should be at least 1 crore in the last 2 year. Last 2 year, that in the past 2 year, you should have at least 1 crore net worth. Let's say currently we are in 25-26. Okay, so we are in the year 25-26. Let's say current year is 25-26. So in the last 2 year means 24-25 and 23-24. In these 2 years, you should have a minimum net worth of 1 crore. Are we clear with this? Next is you should have a minimum net tangible asset of 1.5 crore. You should have a minimum asset, net tangible asset. Your asset should be at least 1.5 crore. Ma'am, why this requirement? To make sure that you are a sound company, you have a good track record, you have positive assets, you have good net worth, to make sure that you are not a fraudster, you will not cheat with public. That's why this minimum requirement are there. So if you want to get listed in BSc SME, you should have a minimum net worth of 1 crore and minimum net tangible asset of 1.5 crore, and you should have a good track record in the last 3 years. In the last 3 years means, let's say this is your last one, last two, and these are last 3 years. In the last 3 years, you should have a good track record. Good track record means no non-compliances, good profit, no cases, nothing. Are we clear with this? So you should have a good track record in the last 3 years, plus you should have 1 year of audited result. What do you mean by 1 year of audited result? in the last 1 year, your account should be audited. Your account should be audited. So you should have a good track record for minimum 3 years, plus you should have 1 year of audited result. Then only you will be eligible to get listed in PSC SME. Next, ma'am, what if we don't have 3 year ka track record? Let's say we got incorporated 2 years back. In that case, we don't have minimum 3 years ka track record. In that particular case, your IPO or this particular project should be funded by any of this. It should be funded by either NABARD or SIDBI or bank or FI, plus you should have at least 1 year of audited result. This is the track record that you need. Then only you will be eligible to get listed in BSc SME. Once again, everybody, so what track record do you need to get listed in BSc SME? You should have a minimum 3 years track record and at least 1 year of audited result. But ma'am, if we don't have 3 years ka track record, let's say we got incorporated only last year. In that case, your project should be funded by NABARD or SIDBI or bank or FI, plus you should have at least 1 year of audited result. Are we clear with this? The next requirement is your you should have operating profit, guys. EBITDA matlab you should not be in loss, you should be in profit. If you are a loss making company, we will not allow you to get listed. You should be a profit making company. You should have a profit EBITDA. You should have a EBITDA means earning before interest, depreciation and tax. Earning before interest, depreciation and tax. You should have positive EBITDA means you should have profits. You should not be in losses in at least 2 out of last 3 years. Meaning, let's say last 3 years are 24-25, 23-24 and 22-23. These are last 3 years. Out of these 3 years, in at least 2 years, you should have profit, positive profit, and last year mein to hona hi chahiye. Matlab, this is your last year. In this, you should have profit, and 1 out of these 2 you should have profit. Okay, so total 2 out of last 3 years mein you should have profit, and in the last full year, last year, immediate last year. But if you are a company who is funded by NABARD or SIDBI, then you should have profit EBITDA in the last year. Are we clear with this? Acha. Now, what are we saying? That if you are in existence for 3 years, in that case, the requirement is you should have profit in 2 out of last 3 years and last full year. But if you are funded by NABARD or SIDBI or bank or FI, in that case, this 3 years wala requirement is not there. There is only one requirement, that you should have profit in the last year. That's it. If you are funded by NABARD or SIDBI, then this 2 out of 3 year wala requirement is not there. There is only one requirement, that you should have profit in the last year. Next is leverage ratio should be maximum 3:1. 3:1 means out of your equity, your debt should not be more than 3 times the equity. Your debt should not be more than 3 times the equity. So the leverage ratio should be maximum 3:1. Now you need to learn this particular point, leverage ratio maximum 3:1. Are we clear with this? Achha, now rest of the points are very easy points. Next, you should not be a defaulter company. Basically, you should be a clean company. Imagine, can we allow a defaulter company, defaulter directors, defaulter promoters to get listed in stock exchange? Of course not. So here there is a requirement that your company should be clean, your promoter should be clean, your director should be clean. They should be clean. Clean means they should not be defaulter. They should be good. So no disciplinary action should be there. What does this mean? This means that no suspension should be there against promoter or promoter company. Your promoter or promoter company should not be suspended. Otherwise, you cannot list in SME exchange. Your promoter or director should not be disqualified or debarred, and they should not be linked with any compulsory delisted company. If any company is compulsory delisted, means it's a fraudster company. Only those companies who do fraud and all, they are who do something wrong, some non-compliance, they are compulsory delisted by stock exchange. And if your promoter and director are linked with that defaulter company, in that case, we will not allow you to get listed. So make sure your promoters, your promoter company, your promoter and directors are clean. They are not disqualified, they are not debarred, they are not suspended. Last point, no pending default is there. If your company has defaulted in what? If your company has defaulted in payment of interest or principal of debenture, bonds or FD, what are these? These are debts. These are debts taken by company. Debentures, bonds, FD. If you have defaulted in the repayment of debenture, bonds, FD, can we allow you to get listed in stock exchange? No. Imagine there is a company, Falana Limited. There is a company, Falana Limited. This company defaulted in the payment of debenture, bonds, deposit. Still, we allowed it to get listed in stock exchange, and this company raised money from thousands of people and then ran away. Imagine. So, to protect people, it should be a clean company. It should not be a defaulter company. You should not have defaulted in the payment of debenture, bonds, and FD. So, these are some very easy points of eligibility to get listed in the stock exchange. Are we clear with this? Now, some last few remaining points. Number one, if your name is changed in the last 1 year, in the past year, if the name of the company is changed, then 50% of the revenue should be from the new business activity. So let's say your name is changed from Ishika's Education Limited to Ishika's Finance Limited. Name is changed. So in that case, in the last year, at least 50% of my total revenue should be from my new business, should be from my finance business. If the name is changed from Ishika's Education to Ishika's Finance, okay, name is changing. So in that case, at least 50% of the revenue should be from the new business activity. Few small points. You should have a compulsory website. Your shares should be in demat form. So make sure that you enter into agreement with NSDL or CDSL depository to issue shares in demat form. You should have a compulsory website, and there should be no promoter change in the last year. Your promoter should not change in the last year. You have to comply with Companies Act and SEBI ICDR regulations because you are getting listed, and you don't have to file petition to NCLT under IBC or winding up. Guys, IBC means your company is going into insolvency. Winding up means you want to close the company. If any petition is filed with NCLT under insolvency or for winding up, we will not get it listed because your company is closing, bro. Your company is closing. So we will not get it listed. And these are the eligibility requirement for getting listed in BSc SME. Are we clear with this? Are we clear with this? Eligibility requirement for getting listed in BSc SME. Yes, these are the eligibility requirements. Just go through it once again. Eligibility requirement for getting listed in BSc SME. Yes, everybody. Eligibility requirement for getting listed in BSc SME. Everybody. Yes. Type understood in the chat box if this is clear to you. Eligibility requirement to get listed in BSc SME. These are the eligibility requirement to get listed in BSc SME. Yes. Yes, Pranjal. Falana Dikana Supremacy. Yes. Is relaxation given is yes, relaxation is given to finance companies for from leverage ratio. If you're a finance company, then you don't, this leverage ratio ka limit will not apply. Yes, everybody. Okay. Type understood in the chat box if this requirements to get listed in BSESM is clear to you. Yes. Type understood in the chat box if this is clear to you. Everybody. Everybody type understood in the chat box if this is clear to you. Yes, everybody understood. Okay. So once again, quickly, let's try to learn all the points. If you want to get listed in BSc SME requirements, number one, you should be a company under Companies Act. Shout along with me, everybody. You should be a company under Companies Act. Your post-issue paid-up capital should be minimum 25 crore. Your net worth should be minimum 1 crore for the last 2 years. Your net tangible asset should be minimum 1.5 crore. You should have a track record in last 3 years plus 1 full year of audited trails. I hope you are shouting along with me. Next, acha, if you don't have 3-year track record, then you should be funded by NABARD or SIDBI. And you should have a profit in at least 2 out of last 3 years and last full years. But if you are funded by NABARD or SIDBI, then you should have a profit in the last year. Next, your maximum leverage ratio should be 3:1. There should be no disciplinary reaction against your promoter, director, or promoter company. They should not be disqualified, they should not be debarred, and they should not belong to a compulsory delisted company. Okay. Next, there should be no default in the payment of debentures, bonds, and fixed deposit. Lastly, if the name is changed in the last 1 year, at least 50% revenue should be from new business activity. You should have a mandatory website. You should have a mandatory DMAT form, and there should be no promoter change. Oh my God. Okay, wait. There should be no promoter change in the last 1 year. You should comply with Companies Act and ICDR regulation, and there should be no application to NCLT for insolvency or winding up. For insolvency and winding up. I hope all these requirements for getting listed in BSc SME is clear to you. Yes, everybody understood. Keshav, Priya, Prajwal, Rakshita, Mulya. Okay, great, great, great. Now, moving towards the next topic, that is margin. Margin. Okay, guys. Do you remember margin? We have done this topic like very interesting way, my classmate. Do you remember margin? I told you about my experience during the class when we were studying this topic of margin. Do you remember? Okay. So, are we all ready to start the next topic, that is margin? Margin. Type yes, ma'am, in the chat box if you're ready to start the next topic, margin. Everybody. Okay. Now, everybody, what do you mean by margin? Meaning of margin. So, margin is when you make advance payment as a part of the value of transaction to buy shares. I should write here, to buy shares or securities. So, in order to buy shares or securities, when you make advance payment for the part of the value of transaction, that is known as margin. And here you only make the part payment matlab adha, some part, and remaining part is given as a loan to you by your broker. The remaining part is given in the credit form. Credit form means loan form by your broker to buy shares. For example, let's say I want to buy shares worth rupees 1 lakh, but I don't have 1 lakh right now. I want to buy shares worth rupees 1 lakh, but I don't have 1 lakh right now. I have only 40,000. So my broker will say, okay, you pay only 40,000. 60,000 I will give you as a loan. So in this case, if I pay only 40,000 and remaining 60,000 my broker gives me as a loan, in that particular case, my margin is 40%. Margin means I am not paying whole amount to buy the shares. I want to buy 1 lakh shares, but I am paying only 40%. I am paying only 40,000 as an advance payment, but only a part of the value. Part matlab not full, only part. That is known as margin, and the remaining part is given as a loan, given as a credit by your broker. By your broker, this is known as margin. Are we clear with margin? What do you mean by margin? Everybody, are we clear with margin? Everyone. Now, are we clear with margin? Everyone, margin. Yes. Okay. So now next there will be initial margin and maintenance margin. Initial margin, what we just studied in this particular example. In this particular example, initially for the first time to buy the shares, how much I am paying, guys? How much I am paying? You tell me in the chat box. 40,000. So this 40,000 is my initial margin. This is my initial margin. What do you mean by initial margin? For the first time, for purchasing this, how much amount I am paying to purchase these shares? To purchase this shares worth rupees 1 lakh, I am paying 40,000. This 40,000 is my initial margin. What do you mean by initial margin? Minimum amount that client has to deposit before buying. So before buying this 1 lakh shares, I have to deposit 40%. I have to deposit at least 40,000 to my broker as an advance payment, and this is known as initial margin. Now, don't you think, let's say with this 1 lakh, we purchased Indigo Paints shares. Let's take an example. With this 1 lakh rupees, we purchase Indigo Paints shares. Now, don't you think share price keeps on fluctuating, goes up and down, up and down? So let's say share price falls. So my 1 lakh ka value, I suffered a loss of 10,000 and it became 90,000. Oh my God, hi Allah. This, I invested 1 lakh in shares, share price came down, the share price has fallen, so I suffered a loss of 10,000. Now my 1 lakh has become 90,000. Now, in order to maintain this, I suffered a loss of 10,000 already. So, guys, my margin has fallen. Out of total 40,000 that I paid, 10,000 ka loss already I have to bear. So now my how much amount is remaining with the broker? Only 30,000. So now to cope up, to maintain minimum 40%, I have to give 10,000 more to the breaker. I have to give 10,000 more to the broker. That is known as maintenance margin. Maintenance margin means if share price goes down and your value of investment goes down, then the difference amount you have to pay again to the broker to maintain that 40%. To maintain that 40%. Are you understanding? And that is known as maintenance margin. That is known as maintenance margin. Once again, guys, what do you mean by maintenance margin? Maintenance margin means if there is a share price go down, if share price go down, there is a fall in value of your investment, then you have to the minimum amount that must be maintained at all the time, minimum 40% you have to maintain at all the time, on the basis of current market price. On the basis of current market price, your 1 lakh became 90,000, so value of your investment reduced by 10,000. Now that 10,000 you have to pay again as a maintenance margin. So from time to time, the money that you keep on paying to maintain that 40% is known as maintenance margin. In simple words, the first time the amount that you pay is initial margin, and the amount that you pay to maintain 40% again and again if the stock price go down, that is known as your maintenance margin. Now, don't you think in this particular case, the example that I gave you, if share price my share value is fallen by 10,000, then my broker will ask me to pay 10,000 more as a maintenance margin. So in this case, my broker will call me and ask me, Ishika madam, pay 10,000 more. That is known as margin call. Margin call means in order to maintain this maintenance margin, broker will ask you to pay the additional money. Broker will ask me to pay this additional 10,000. That is known as margin call. So what do you mean by margin call? What do you mean by margin call? Margin call means if client's margin balance falls below how much I invested earlier, 40,000, but 10,000 ka loss ho gaya, so now it reduced to 30,000. Okay, so that 10,000 ka fall, broker will ask me to pay again. So if the client's margin falls below the maintenance margin, then broker asks you to bring more money, broker asks you to pay more money. That is known as margin call. What do you mean by margin call? If your balance falls below the maintenance margin, then broker asks you to pay more money, and that is known as margin call. Are we clear with this? Yes, everybody? Okay. Now, there are some points given. Ma'am, what if I'm not giving money? My broker is calling me, Ishika ma'am, there is a loss of 10,000. You need to pay 10,000 again. You need to pay 10,000 again. If I'm not paying, then by the next day, if I don't pay, broker will sell my shares. Broker will sell my shares. So broker liquidation rights. Broker liquidation rights means if client fails to pay within next day अगले दिन next day तक, if I don't make the payment, broker can sell all my securities. So if I don't pay the margin call within next day, broker will sell all my security. Now guys, whenever there is any margin trading done, all the broker have to disclose to stock exchange before 12 noon on the next day. Whenever margin trading is done on the next day before 12 p.m, we have to disclose these things to the stock exchange. So who has to disclose? Who allows margin trading? Broker. So broker has to disclose to stock exchange how much exposure he has given to you. How much exposure matlab how much loan he has given to you. Next, client name Ishika Agrawal, unique id, you get unique id for demat account. Name of the share Indigo Paints, किस share में we are doing margin trading? Indigo Paints. Name of the script means share. And if broker took loan, then name of the borrower and amount borrowed. Let's say even broker did not have money, so to give me loan, to give me margin, broker also took loan from somebody else. In that case, name of the broker, sorry, name of lender hoga yahan, make the correction. Name of lender means from whom we are taking the loan and how much amount broker borrowed. These four things broker has to disclose to stock exchange before 12 p.m on the next day, before 12 noon on the next day. And last points, stock exchange have to make some disclosures in its website. In the website, stock exchange have to make some disclosures. What are that disclosures? We have to give the total outstanding margin account with all broker. With all broker, what is the total margin, total balance in the margin account? मतलब total कितना margin है with all the broker. So we have to give script wise मतलब share wise. तो Indigo Paints के shares में total कितना margin है? Total how much margin is there in Indigo Paints? Total how much margin is there in Reliance? Total how much margin is there in HDFC Bank? All shares में total how much margin is there? Who has to disclose? Stock exchange have to disclose in its website after trading hours on the next day. Whenever margin trading is done, next day after trading hours, after 3:30, after trading hours, we have to disclose this in the website of the stock exchange. That's all about margin trading. Are we clear with margin? Are we clear with margin? Everybody. Are we clear with margin? Everyone? Margin. Are we clear with margin? Everybody. Are we clear with margin? Yes or no? Everybody. Type yes in the chat box. Yes, Keshav. There is a limit in, even brokers have a are guided by stock exchange that how much margin they can give. It's like broker don't have open hand, they can give any margin they want. So broker also are given limit ki only maximum this much margin you can give to this client, this much margin you can give to this client. So that depends on case to case. Okay. मेंटेनेंस केशव, मेंटेनेंस मार्जिन इज कैलकुलेटेड एज पर द फॉल इन वैल्यू. जितना गिरेगा उतना आपको मेंटेन करने के लिए देना पड़ेगा. लाइक वॉट एवर fall in value is there, that amount you have to give so that you maintain that 40%. Okay. Yes, if we are clear with margin, then type yes ma'am in the chat box. Once again, simply margin means the advance payment that you give to buy the shares. So it is also, you can say, loan given by the broker to you. For example, I want to buy 1 lakh shares, 40,000 I pay, 60,000 broker gives me loan. So this 40,000, 40% that I pay is my initial margin. Now, initial margin means before buying, the advance amount that I give is initial margin. Now, if there is fall in the value, then the minimum amount that I maintain is known as maintenance margin. So minimum amount that you have to maintain on the basis of current market price. If price falls below, then the fall in the value I have to give it again so that I maintain this maintenance margin. Now, to call that money, your broker asks you to pay that money, that is known as margin call. If you don't pay by next day, broker can sell your shares. Every broker have to disclose to stock exchange total exposure, total loan that broker is giving to you, client name, unique ID, name of the share, and if broker borrowed money, name of the lender and amount borrowed. And lastly, stock exchange have to disclose share wise total balance in the margin account with all the brokers. कि total Reliance के share में total कितना margin है? Total in Reliance share how much margin is there? Are you understanding? Share wise total outstanding account. With this we are done with the margin topic, and the next topic that we have to do is your block deal and bulk deal. I'm sorry for the handwriting here. ठीक है, block deal and bulk deal. Block deal and bulk deal. I think it's one of the favorite examiner ka question. Block deal and bulk deal. It has been asked like multiple times in the past exam question, and I've already given you past exam question. I hope you have gone through all the past exam question once if you're preparing for the December attempt. Yes, I have already given you past 9 to 10 attempts past exam question in your study material, and yes, with the suggested answers by ICSI, I hope you have gone through it. So the next topic is your block deal and bulk deal. Everybody with me, block deal and bulk deal. Everybody along with me. Yes. Are you with me? Block deal and bulk deal. Yes, everyone. Yeah. Are you with me? Are you with me? Are you all with me? Type with you in the chat box if you are with me. Type with you in the chat box if you are with me. Yes, type with you in the chat box if you're with me. Yes, everybody. So now the next topic is your block deal and bulk deal. Now what is block deal? Imagine this as a VIP deal. Two big players making a deal of buying and selling some stocks or some transaction. So block deal, imagine this as a big deal, as a big private transaction. Okay, so now coming towards block deal, what do you mean by block deal? It is a big private trade. It is a big private trade between two big players who want to buy and sell huge amount of shares without disturbing the normal market price. So let's say there are two people who want to make a big transaction of minimum 10 crore. Oh my god. Let's say there are two big players, and I have given you an example also. If you'll come here, let's say there is one big player, LIC, and there is another big player, HDFC Mutual Fund. They want to sell 100 crore rupees Reliance share. Don't you think if they do this in a normal market hours, it can shake the market? It can literally shake the Reliance ka share price. So it's like two big players doing a private transaction outside the normal hours. So if LIC wants to purchase Reliance ka share, not chotu motu 100 crore ka, worth rupees 100 crore, then we make a separate trading window for them and we allow them to do in a separate trading hours. So we make a separate window for them where they do this trading. So it's like a big private deal between two big parties, are we clear with this? So coming here, what do you mean by block deal? Block deal is like a, it's like a private trade between two players who want to buy and sell large amount, huge amount of shares, more than 10 crore, without disturbing normal market price. So what do we do for them? We create a separate block deal window. There are two timelines, morning hours and afternoon hours. Morning hour, it open for 15 minutes, 8:45 to 9 a.m. I too will miss it only if I have to do. Okay, 8:45 to 9 a.m. These are the morning hours, only 15 minutes. And next is your in the afternoon, that is 2:05 to 2:20. 2:05 to 2:20. Only this two times for 15 minutes, this separate window opens for big players, where big players can execute their bada transactions, dodadu transactions of 10 crore or more. Separate window is there, 8:45 to 9, 2:05 to 2:20, 8:45 to 9, 2:05 to 2:20, but these are done only during these two windows. Now guys, you know they decide it in advance. Is it pre-arranged? Yes, it is pre-arranged. Means matlab pehle se they prepare and decide and then they do this. It is pre-arranged. and it is more of private transaction because they don't do it publicly in the normal trading hours. They do it separately in that 15 minutes trading window, so it's kind of more private. And when they have to disclose it, they have to disclose it same day, but after market hours. After market will close, then whatever transaction happened, same day we will disclose in the website. Are we clear with this? Okay. And in this particular case now, the price at which you will purchase and sell should be within plus or minus 1% of the current market price. Are we clear with this? So should be within plus and minus 1%. Matlab, the if let's say current market price is 100, then you can trade only at 101 or 99. You cannot trade at 98. You cannot trade at 102. So the price at which you will do this the two transaction, the price should be current market price maximum plus 1% or maximum minus 1%, not more than that. So the price should be within plus 1 or minus 1%. This is all about block deal. Once again, block deal, big private deal between two big parties where they do huge transaction of minimum 10 crore. Separate window is there, 8:45 to 9 and 2:05 to 2:20 p.m. It is more of private, and same date is disclosed after market hours. Now coming to bulk deal. Bulk deal is like normal trading only. During normal trading hours, there is no separate window for this. See, if you will see here, it's like a trading is done in the normal trading window, normal market hours 9:15 to 3:30. But when someone is continuously buying and selling the shares of a particular share, and they buy at least 0.5% of total shares of that company, then it is known as bulk deal. Bulk means I am buying a particular share in bulk. I am buying a particular share in bulk. That is bulk deal. Example, if you see here, example, Rakesh Jhunjhunwala buys 1% shares of Tata Motors. So Rakesh Jhunjhunwala, he was a big investor. So let's say if he purchases shares of Tata Motors, that to chota mota nahi, 1%, guys. These big companies ka 1% is also huge. So if Rakesh Jhunjhunwala buys 1% of Tata Motors during normal market hours, like a normal trading, but the amount is more. But the amount is 1%. Now, what is the normal trading hours? 9:15 to 3:30. Acha. Can you trade any time when the market is open? Yes, you can trade any time between 9:15 to 3:30. Acha. Now, is it pre-decided? No, usually it's not pre-decided. Matlab it happens automatically. Is it public? Yes, it is fully visible to everyone. It's not private. It's all public. But this block deal transaction is more of private. And when do you have to disclose it? Acha. See, either you can purchase all 0.5% in a single trade. If you purchase all 0.5% in a single trade, then immediately you have to disclose to stock exchange. But if you do that through multiple trade, let's say first you purchase 0.3%, then you purchase 0.2%, then you purchase 0.1%. So if you do it in multiple trade, then you have to disclose it after working hours. Then you have to disclose it when? Then you have to disclose it after trading hours. Then you have to disclose it after trading hours, and that's all about bulk deal. I hope we are clear about block deal and bulk deal. So block deal is when two big parties do a transaction of more than 10 crore. That is known as block deal. It is done on a separate trading window. Bulk deal is like a normal trading during the normal trading hours, but you are buying more than 0.5% of a particular share of a particular company. That's all about block deal and bulk deal. And the next topic is your very basic. This is easy. After doing all this topic, yes, this is some easy topic. Yes. Are we all clear till now? Type clear in the chat box if you are clear till now. Type clear in the chat box. Type clear in the chat box if you are clear till now. Yes, everybody. The next topic is your basics of investing. This is a common sense point. So you don't need to worry about these points. This is a common, very common sense point. Very easy to understand. And we'll just deal with it. Some basics of investing are given, which is your common sense. Like literally common sense. If I want to invest, will I just close my eyes and invest in any share? No, now I will first check the company. I will check about my rights and responsibility. I will decide how much amount I want to invest, 1 lakh, in how much time, 1 month, 1 day, 1 week, 1 year. So I will decide all these things, and then I will read about the company, whether it is good, and then I will invest. Now, so this is some basic, no need to buy hard this. You can write this in your own words. What are some basics of investing? First, you decide your goals, your objective, your risk appetite. Are you a risk taker? No, no, I want to play safe. What are your objective? You want to invest for long term, short term, medium term. First you decide your goals, and then you decide amount means how much money I have to invest, 1 lakh rupees. And then you decide the time period means over how much time I will invest this 1 lakh. I will invest 1 lakh every 1 month, in a month, time period. And then I will know about my rights and responsibilities, and then I will take informed decision. Informed decision matlab don't hurry, do your research, and then decide whether to invest in which share, and read all the information about the company. You need to read the prospectus, you need to read the financials of the company, financial information, and you need to read all the document of the company before investing. This is basic point, guys, like a common sense. Imagine yourself what you would do before investing in any company. Some basic points. Next is your prerequisite of investing. You should have 3 accounts. You should have 3 accounts. Everyone along with me, you should have a bank account, you should have a trading account, and you should have a demat account. You should have 3 accounts. What are those 3 accounts? Bank account, trading account, and a demat account. Then only you can invest. So if you want to purchase any share, you want to invest in stock market, make sure you have a bank account, because you need to transfer money. Make sure you have a trading account, because through trading account you open it with your stockbroker, for example Zerodha or Grow, and through this you buy or sell securities. Are we clear with this? To open your trading account, you need to submit account opening form, and you need to submit your KYC documents. So with whom you can open trading account? Through your stockbroker. Now you need to have a demat account to keep digital shares, and demat account is opened with DP. Usually people are both broker and DP. Like if you talk about Zerodha or Grow, they are broker also, they are registered as broker also, and they are registered as DP also. So you need to open your demat account with your DP. Why demat account mean? Because demat account holds shares in electronic form. Are we clear with this? To hold your shares in electronic form, demat form, you need to open a demat account. So prerequisite of investing, I need to have 3 accounts before investing: bank account, ट्रेडिंग अकाउंट एंड डीमैट अकाउंट. मैम बहुत अच्छे से हो गया, वेरी नाइसली, all topics done. And the next topic is key risk in investing. What are the risk in investing? What risk are there in investing? First one is your systematic risk, second one is your unsystematic risk, third one is your inflation risk, then your liquidity risk, then your volatility risk, and your currency risk. If I am investing in stock market, what risk is there? Inflation ka risk is there. Ki what if I earned only, I made 10% profit, but inflation is 15%? Whether I'll be able to beat inflation? What risks are there when you invest in stock market? First risk is your rise. First risk is your rise in inflation. Inflation बढ़ जाएगा, महंगाई. Yes, first risk is your inflation risk. Second risk is your currency risk. Currency means what if you invest in foreign countries, let's say Apple का share में dollars में you are investing. Are you understanding? And dollar की value is increasing day by day. So foreign exchange rate fluctuation, dollar की value also fluctuates. So that risk is there. Currency fluctuation risk is there. Liquidity risk is there. Liquidity means what if I will not be able to sell immediately when I need it. So let's say I have invested 1 crore in stock market, but now I need 1 crore for some emergency. What if I am not able to sell it immediately? There is that liquidity risk. Volatility risk, you already know, share price keep on fluctuating. So that is known as volatility risk. Means what if my share price go down? Share price is fluctuating, so that is your volatility risk. Next is your systematic and unsystematic risk. Systematic risk means those risks which affect whole market, like covid is a systematic risk. It affected everyone, every company, every share, everybody. Unsystematic means which affect only a particular company or particular industry. Let's say there is some changing in banking norms, so it will affect only banking companies, only banking industry, not all companies. It will affect only HDFC Bank, Axis Bank, Kotak Bank, but it will not affect Reliance. So unsystematic means those factors which affect only particular company or particular industry, like banking industry. Systematic means which affect whole country, whole market, all the industry, all the companies, all the shares. So these are the risk in investing: systematic, unsystematic, inflation, liquidity, volatility, and currency risk. I hope this is clear. Please let me know whether this risk is clear or not. So type risk in the chat box if you are clear with key risk in investing. If you're clear with this topic, then type risk, risk in the chat box. By mistake, I have typed here risk. So I have written this like it's in my handwriting. So it's risk basically. By mistake, I have made T instead of K. So I hope you can understand that much. Okay, the next point is your KYC process. Yes, everybody, Priya, Rakshita, Amulya, Keshav, Prajwal, Amulya 2, Payal, Sinchana, Rask, Pranjal has written. Okay, everybody is clear. The next topic is KYC. KYC, you know, KYC means know your customer. You have to get your KYC done so that to make sure that you are not a fraudster and everything is registered. So under which act KYC is required? Under PAMLA Act. What is PAMLA Act? You have studied in ECIPL, PAMLA, prevention of money laundering. Under this act, you have to get the KYC done. Now to get your KYC, you need to submit your proof of ID and proof of address. Once you submit KYC documents, then a KYC identification number, a unique number will be generated and sent to you via email, and then that KYC ID will be valid across whole of stock market, across all the intermediary, across broker, everybody. Are we clear with this? Once again, KYC is required under PAMLA Act. In order to get your KYC done, you have to submit your proof of ID and proof of address. Once KYC is done, once you submit the KYC form, KYC identification number will be generated, which will be sent to you via SMS or email, which will be valid across all the transaction, all the intermediary. You don't need to get your KYC done. It's a one-time process. You don't need to get it done again and again. It's a one-time process. If you get it done once, then it's valid for lifetime, like done. You don't need to do it again. That's all about KYC process. Are we clear with this? Acha, since it's 5, today we started late. So that's it for today. Guys, I'll tell you one thing before ending the session. And what I want to tell you is, oops, okay. I want to tell you is that no topic is skipped. Why? Because there is some topic of intermediaries, intermediaries like custodian, broker, CC, stock exchange, that will be covered in your lesson number 6, intermediary chapter. Okay. So there is one topic of dematerialization that will be covered in your lesson number 5 anyways. Okay. And basically the topics that are there, derivative is covered in practical. You can watch the practical video which is already uploaded in the app, and we can do it after our marathon also, revision also. It's kind of a revision, not marathon. And yes, last के जो topics are there, what are the last के topics? I'll let you know. The policy topic is there, policy, and that surveillance topic, policy and surveillance topic. For that I have uploaded a small video. I'll send the link of that video. You can watch it. So for the last two topics, policy and surveillance, I've uploaded a small video. You can watch that particular small video for these, particularly these two topics. And I think rest all topics are done. You can let me know if any topic is missed from this particular lesson. Yes, you can let me know. I think all the topics are done. apart from those topics which are already covered in other lessons. Okay, are we okay? Are we good? How are we feeling? Yes, everybody. So basically, majorly we are done with our lesson 2 revision. I tried my best to simplify. ETF is covered in mutual funds. ETF, these are repeated topics. Like they are covered in two chapters. So like ETF is covered in this chapter also, in mutual funds also, because it's a mutual fund. Na? ETF is a mutual fund. So we'll cover it with mutual fund. Okay. Yes, market index is included in the video. So I'll upload a small video. In that, I'll include the index topic also. Okay, index topic, policy topics, FED policy and all, and the last surveillance topics. For these three topics, you can refer to a video. I will send the link of that video in all the Telegram groups. If you can't find it, you can message me. I'll send you there. Yes, everybody okay? Risk management is also there in the video. So see, the last topics which are left, for that I'll give you a small video. You can refer to that small video. You can text me for the link. And these topics are repeated. Intermediaries, derivatives and all, these are already covered in some other lessons. ETF is covered in mutual fund. So basically we are done with our lesson number 2. That's all about lesson number 2. Yes, no, when I mock test is not there on 6th. Basically, it will be around 10th or 11th. It will start on 10th or 11th. So it will be rescheduled. Okay. Market surveillance, yes, it's there in the video. Are we good? Are we good? Yes, I will try to attach the video link in the description, and you can join the Telegram group and I will share all the links there. Yes, we will try to cover most of the lessons. So that's it for today. Tomorrow we will be covering lesson 3 and lesson 4. Okay, which are like two very important lesson of your particular this thing. So tomorrow we'll try to cover both lesson 3 and lesson 4. We will try to cover both lesson 3 and lesson 4 tomorrow. So tomorrow's will be same time 2 p.m. and lesson 3, lesson 4 are very, 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 very important from your examination point of view, guys. So we are done with two lessons, lesson 1 and lesson 2, and tomorrow we'll be doing lesson 3 and lesson 4. Okay, these two lessons we'll be doing. If possible, go through lesson 3 and lesson 4 once before we do revision tomorrow, so that it will be you will be in a much, much, much better position. So I would request you to go through this notes once after we are done with the lecture, and also to go through lesson 3, lesson 4, which we are going to do tomorrow. Lesson 3 and lesson 4 we are going to do tomorrow. These two lessons were like very big lesson. Lesson 1, lesson 2, both are lengthy lessons. Okay, so that's why. Okay, notes I'll be sending you chapter wise in all the groups. Okay, so if you want, you can take a printout also, or if you're okay with referring it from the PDF or images, you can do that as well. I hope that it was beneficial to you, and this notes will definitely be your saver one day before the examination, when you'll not be in a position to go through the whole material. So yes. It is. See, if you ask me what is important, Amulya, I will say everything is important. Okay, like we can't say sometimes even from less important topics they give questions in examination. So don't go for what is important and what is not important. You only have three subjects. Try to cover all the topics from all the subjects, right? So you don't have like much content. ECIPL is also a small subject. Tax is there, and CMSL. CMSL anyway we are revising. I don't suggest to skip any topic. So I would suggest you to cover all the topics. Yes. So anyway, market surveillance is covered in the video that I'll be sending to you. Okay. So that topic is covered. And with this, we are done with our today's revision session. Gayatri, what is your question? Ma'am, after completion. Okay, wait. Ma'am, if you send notes all together, it will be easy for notes. I will send chapter wise, my dear. It will be easy for me. Okay. And yes, you can take a printout chapter wise also, or you can just go through the PDF once now, and after we are done with all the lessons, then you can take the printout. Ma'am, after completion of a part explanation, will you say the part B. Yes, part B also we will be doing. Part B also will be doing. Part A, part B, all the important lessons will cover. We'll try to cover all the important lessons from your examination point of view. Yes, okay. Any other doubt? Prajwal. Okay, got it? Got it? Yes. I hope this session is really beneficial for you. And trust me, guys, the notes are your saver. Go through it, and all the points are included till here. Rest of the topics are covered in other lessons. They are repeated topics, so they are covered in other lessons. Otherwise, you can fully trust on this, and all the topics are there. You can refer to it once again after the class in order to excel in your CMSL subject. And I would like to see you tomorrow for lesson 3 and lesson 4, which is very important from your examination point of view. These two lessons are very important, lesson 3, lesson 4, which we'll be doing tomorrow. With this, we are ending our today's session. I want you all to write lesson 3 4 in the chat box. Lesson 3 4, we'll be covering lesson 3 and 4 tomorrow. Before ending, I want you all to write lesson 3 and 4, and let me know whether you are feeling confident about lesson 2. Let me know whether you understood everything in the lesson 2 and it's easy for you to remember. Yes, everybody. Let me know in the chat box. Let me know in the chat box, everybody. Yes, Prajwal, Amulya, lesson 3 and 4. Yes. Okay, ma'am. See you tomorrow. Great. Gayatri, yes. Amulya, lesson 3 and 4. Great. I'll see you all tomorrow, guys. And that's it for today. Tomorrow we'll be doing lesson 3 and 4. See you all tomorrow. Till then, keep learning, because the more you learn, the more you grow. And the more you grow, the more you achieve. Take care. Bye bye.